Your heart needs to be strong to keep up. Flora for a strong heart today. Radio and TV personality Mark Pilgrim has always been a good example of good health. Having previously overcome testicular cancer, Mark was always vigilant about his health and enjoyed being fit. So how did he suffer a sudden heart attack at the age of 38?
It was July 2008. Started getting some pressure on my chest, but I had the misconception that my heart was under my nipple. We always see in the movies people pledge allegiance and they put their hand in the wrong place. So when I had a pain, it felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest, briefly, and then it abated. I thought, well, thank heavens it's not my heart. So I thought possibly it's acid reflux, maybe it's a bit of anxiety, and I left it, which is probably one of the big mistakes I made. So these were the angina pains, the precursor to a heart attack. Well, after getting the angina pains probably 2 or 3 times over the weekend, it came to a Monday morning, and I thought, I've got a quick gap in my diary, let me pop off to the doctor. Sitting in the office, and I said, I've had these pains in my chest. I don't have them now, but the next time I'll get the pain will probably be when I get the bill for your consultation. Always looking for a punchline. But ironically, as I said that, I started getting the pain again. And I said to her, it's coming back, I can feel it, it's a tightening of the chest. And this time it wasn't a simple angina pain where the artery kind of semi-closes and opens again. The artery shut down and I had the heart attack, staring right at my doctor, which is a great place to have a heart attack.
Cardiologist Zaid Mohammed has seen his fair share of sudden heart attacks, as in Mark's case, and explains exactly what heart attacks are and why they're dangerous.
A heart attack is a sudden blockage of usually one of the major tributaries, arteries in the heart. It is blocked with clot, and the heart muscle beyond that blockage becomes at risk of death. We have a defined period in which to get in there and to open the vessel. This blockage results in a characteristic chest pain, which doctors recognize as a heart attack. The major symptom of a heart attack is chest pain, but in a certain group of patients, you may not always get heart pain. It may just manifest with breathlessness, and this occurs typically in elderly patients, it occurs in diabetic patients, and sometimes in females. They may get pain which is slightly sharper rather than the normal crushing pain. They may just manifest with tiredness, dizziness, loss of appetite in the real elderly people, and they may just become very apathetic. And these may all be subtle manifestations of a heart attack.
When a heart attack occurs, it's important to seek medical attention immediately, most commonly by calling in paramedics to administer emergency measures.
First course of action, you need to get hold of emergency medical services. That would probably be first on the list. So we can activate our resources aggressively and get them to the scene within a good amount of time. Once we arrive on scene, we obviously need to clinically assess what we're dealing with. So for this instance, a heart attack. We need to, very importantly, calm and reassure this patient. If the patient may require, for instance, supplemental oxygen, we have the capability or we have the equipment to provide that supplemental oxygen. We can also perform certain diagnostics, so we can check the patient's oxygen levels. We can also perform ECG, an electrocardiogram. So that would give us a basic picture of what we're dealing with, what aspect of the heart we're dealing with if it is a heart attack. We can also administer certain medications within our protocol. So for instance, for a heart attack victim, aspirin we could administer. We then need to determine what facility this patient needs to go to. Is this patient being seen by an existing cardiologist at a certain facility? Or is this patient, does he need to be taken to a facility that has the capabilities to deal with heart attack victims? So if the patient is critical, we need to take him to a facility that can handle it, a facility that's capable of treating his heart attack.
Experiencing or witnessing a heart attack can be extremely frightening. The best course of action is to take preventative measures and lower your risk factors.
The most important thing to take out of all of this is know your number. And it's become a bit of a cliche that we say know your number and you go, oh, I must check my cholesterol, but you don't do it. I'm living proof that I'm someone who thought it would never happen to, and it happened to me. So it could happen to you.
Your heart needs to be strong to keep up. Flora for a strong heart today.